Hello, we are on. We are live.
There we go. So you got to wait till the thing pops up and says live, and then it knows.
The live button is the clue. It's the big yellow thing that pops up and says we're
Piece
live.
de resistance.
Yeah, we're learning every week, man. Something new we learn.
Yes.
Or every week we learn the same thing again.
You guys learn the same thing again, but there's sometimes next week you'll ask me about the live button again. So we'll keep going. So Absolute Awesome Show episode 4. What's up? How are you guys doing?
Listening,
That good.
Listening,
That good.
listening to my old awesome memorabilia that people that longtime fans of us wish they had, but will never have, and will never be able to listen to it for their own good. For their own good.
I second that. No one should wish to have those things.
Absolutely terrible.
Yes. If we had a show called The Absolute Terrible Show,
That would be the background music.
we would play those CDs, and then that would solve that problem.
That's right.
I'm glad you're listening to music while we're starting the show that we do every other week, Cliff. But so what else is going on besides?
Well, in the pre-show, Cliff and I were talking about the hottest thing on the internet today, which would, I suppose, be except for this show, it would be the new Star Wars trailer. Have you watched
which
that,
was
Josh?
wonderful.
I watched that for the first time today. Did it come out today? I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty
The
sure
trailer.
it did. If it came out yesterday, then I was asleep all day yesterday because I couldn't stop seeing things about it. So I'm pretty sure it came out today.
It's obviously going to be super successful when just a little trailer that gets released on the internet causes this much kind of ruckus and furor.
I'll be honest, dude. I emailed the link to this show to everyone in my. I said in the subject of the email was like awesomeness, and I said here's 2 awesome YouTube things. First, check out this thing tonight if you want to watch our show that nobody in my family ever watches. But if you want to watch it for the first time, this one's going to be great. And here's the link for that. And secondly, even better, or second to better, or whatever, is Star
Second
Wars.
week's good. Second week's good. That's fine.
Second to better. Anyway, I set the Star Wars link as well. I watched it like 4 times, and I'm not like a total nerd or anything, but I'm excited about it. I know what I'm doing Christmas Day.
I think you and like 2 billion other people. Yeah.
I will not be doing that on Christmas Day. I will
Yeah,
wait
I don't
until
think I
it
would
comes
either.
out and I can watch it in the comfort of my home, or maybe the $2 theater, but probably not even the $2 theater. It won't be the $2 theater because I think now it comes out in the comfort of my home within days of when it hits this theater. Anyway.
What I meant by that was on Christmas Day I'll wake up and have Christmas with my family and stuff, and then around 9 o'clock at night I'll go on the internet and find an illegal download version of it.
He's kidding, YouTube. He's kidding. Please don't turn our channel off. He's just joking. He doesn't really do that.
Oh wow!
Do that.
What? What
Just
happened, Cliff?
the newest question that came through is so awesome.
Oh, I didn't. I'm ignoring Q&A again because I am a terrible, terrible person.
Why are squirrels everywhere in the United States? Do they have natural predators or play an important ecological role?
That's right.
That one's all you, Cliff.
No, I think it's like, it's the same thing. I think when you watch Five-O Goes West and you watch Five-O, the original one, whatever that was called, I forget now, then, and they all assume there's not going to be cats when they get to the United States. And then they come here and there's cats.
So there you go. There's your answer. They got here and there were cats. That's the answer to why there are squirrels everywhere.
It's
Thank
kind of
you
like
very much.
roaches. They just, look, squirrels are really good at squirreling away their food. That's why they're called squirrels. They prepare for the winter, and that makes it so they live a long time.
Yeah,
And they have a lot of babies.
Not to get racial or whatever, but I don't know why, but when I was in Detroit, there were black squirrels. I've never seen a black squirrel anywhere else.
Why is that racial?
I don't know. Why is it, Mike?
Yeah, well, because I'm wondering, I'm pretty sure, like, squirrels in general have some sort of color. They're not white.
No,
Right.
they're like gray
Grayish
and black
or
and brown.
So I'm not quite sure.
It's kind of like, red and
I'll take
yellow,
your
black
word
and
for it that
white.
you're not trying to be
Oh.
racial, but
Not. I'm saying I have a picture of it, and it was black, and I was like, why is that squirrel black? Just happens to be in Detroit. Not that that has anything to do with it. Anyway.
Oh my.
Way to go, Josh. Way to go. Hey, well, maybe it's like the reverse. Maybe it's kind of like that's a squirrel's version of being albino. Maybe that's like a reverse albino squirrel.
No, it's just it's an awesome squirrel, is what it is. It's an absolute awesome squirrel. Let's move along, though, Mike. Shouldn't we? And get this
Awkward.
conversation going a little bit more awesome.
let's move past the squirrel.
Let's talk about our guest tonight. Looks like we have two guests.
We have two.
Another one there.
There might
yeah.
be more.
There might be more, yeah.
We're gonna have all kinds of
Normally we
guests.
opened it up to people later, but it looks like a couple people snuck in, but they're not here yet. Anyway, until Mike grants them permission in.
Is that Jeremy? Raise your hand if Jeremy is here.
No, Jeremy is the one that left the comment about the squirrels. You
I
gotta
know,
say-
but it looks like him. Is that one of his guys?
Not Jeremy.
Anyway,
I didn't
introduce
read
the
it.
guest. Introduce them. They're your friends. I don't know.
Well, real quick, before we do that, so we only do the show every 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, which is what, April the 30th or something like that. We're gonna go guestless. We're not gonna have like an official guest, so we're gonna just have like a free for all kind of thing.
Good time to invite
so-
Rope-a-Dope, in my opinion.
Well, he's always invited. I
Yes,
mean,
but actually as a guest, can you imagine how awesome that would be?
it's going to be it'll be a
All over
guestless.
the place.
It's going to be a guestless show, but the link will go out like really, really early in the show, so people can come in and hang out the whole time, and we'll talk about black squirrels or whatever happens to be popular at the moment. But Josh, go ahead, and if you want to introduce the folks that we can see and no one else can.
Okay, cool. I knew we had one guy coming on for sure. I didn't know about the other one until I saw him pop up in the little hidden corner there, but I'm super excited about both of them. We did, since I joined the band in '99, we did a bunch of tours, but I would say it almost seems like 50% of those tours were with this band, 710 Split, who sound really nothing like us, but we just ended up doing a lot of tours together. And unfortunately for Cliff, it was all kind of post-Cliff tours.
I would say, unfortunately, for 710 Split.
Yeah. But then they wouldn't be able to meet the other cast of the Absolute Awesome Show, Rick and Andy, who never freaking show up.
We will be docked pay for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jon is our guest. Jon Ladd. He is the singer. He was the singer and bass player of 710 Split. And it looks like we also have Aaron Strickland. Oh, wait, Jon's on. Hold on. First, let's do Jon.
What's up? How are you?
First, we're doing Jon. There he is.
How are you? How are you?
This guy.
Look at that man.
You know, a lot of people might say, "Look at this guy," and I don't know. This isn't wrong to say, right? But you lost like a ton of weight, right?
Yeah. I put a couple back on recently, but yeah, I lost a ton of weight. I got tired of it.
Yeah.
Weighs you down.
And Cliff and I, before we went live, Cliff and I were also saying that he lost his natural black hair color as well.
Yes, he's
And
now
has
coloring it a
decided-
light shade of brown.
Has now decided to dye it a very natural-looking brown.
Yeah, but maybe I'll go back. You know they say that.
Just shave it off. It'll grow black like Elvis.
We'll
Well,
see.
maybe you were hanging out with E.C. Hamilton too much. Doesn't he have like that same exact hair color?
Yeah, EC looks pretty much the exact same.
It's rubbing off. He really did look like him, actually.
Was EC the guitar player with like the 1 pound guitar? Was that?
No, That good segue, Cliff. That would be Aaron Strickland. Mike, you bringing him on?
Yes, I am, but he does have to unmute himself, so you got to click the little. There you go.
Yeah.
Hi.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Nothing. Just hanging out, chilling, talking with you guys.
Are those Warrior guitars? I remember you loved the Warrior guitars.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I still have it. It's like behind me somewhere. But yeah, the Warrior guitars are awesome. I still have that guy. I graduated to other things now, but yeah. It's good.
Like a bass. Looks like a bass back there as well.
Yeah, that's my little collection. There's guitars
Nice.
hanging back there. Yeah.
Well, I think I don't know. You guys aren't in 710 split anymore, right? Am I right about that? That's not any happening anymore. You're not still touring and things like that and selling out arenas. No.
No, not like we used to. No.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. We gave that up like 6 months ago too. But so John, though, you got something new going on though. What's happening since we talked to you last?
Well, man, we got a lot of stuff going on. You want to know specifically about music or about what?
Anything you want to start on? What are you doing right now? Like, what's the thing in your life right now?
Well, I don't know. They run parallel with each other. I mean, basically, I own a company called Terminus, and we basically do merchandising for a lot of cool people. And then, I don't know, I've gotten back into writing a lot of music, and a lot of people don't know this, but, you know, I don't know, it still falls back in the more new school punk kind of stuff I was always into. And since getting back into that, it just kind of morphed into actually Aaron's playing around with us too, and actually EC's playing in it too. And if you remember Ben from Pacifico, I don't know if you remember Pacifico, but actually they played a lot of shows with us, you know.
Yeah,
Ben's
they were a
doing
lot.
that.
Yep.
And then we have a friend named Jace. He was in a band called Nuclear Saturday, which you probably played. I don't know if Aaron remembers. We've all played with Nuclear Saturday or not, but
Dude, it sounds like you're up to 10 band members now. What's going on?
No, I'm counting. That's 5, and that's 4 people that we know, and then one band, Nuclear Saturday that I just know because I used to write reviews for Decapolis, and I had to review their record one time. That's all I know about them, and I liked it though. I gave it a good review.
yeah.
But anyway, continue.
Yeah, so our friend Jace, he's in that too. And actually Aaron plays with Jace in another band. I don't know, I think it's like everybody's getting older and still wanting to be in bands, but we don't really care about anything but doing that. Just playing music and having fun with our friends and stuff. So.
Yeah. We're one big happy family of dudes that grew up and still want to play music.
Yeah. Yep.
So with the Terminus thing, and you said you do like merchandising, is it like a music-related thing, or is it just anybody that needs their thing stamped on something?
No, I mean definitely anybody who needs it, but no, it's weird. We just started. We started with a lot of the contacts. Actually, a guy who made a lot of the 710 split merch. Me and him became really good friends throughout the whole band years. And when the band stopped, we just kind of, I don't know, I was like, hey, what if I'll put together basically a marketing and sales team, and you run the production. And it just kind of went from there. Using a lot of contacts from the band world, but really more just management techniques I learned in the band. I just brought to that. And so yeah, a lot of music to begin with, but it really kind of like took off like crazy from where we were like at the beginning. It just like, it's hard to explain. It just went wild. Like I couldn't believe what happened with it.
Are you a millionaire? Are you trying to tell us you're a millionaire now? What are you trying to tell us, man?
I am rich in the spirit. No, no. I don't know, man. What was really cool is it was just an idea that a bunch of other. It's like Terminus became like the band retirement home of the South. Like everybody broke up in their band and ended up working at Terminus. So we're up to almost like 70 employees now.
Holy moly!
Yeah. So
70.
We have 3 buildings and like.
Here's my hand. I'm shaking your hand right now.
You guys both shook the same hand. That was interesting.
And Aaron actually does a lot of our when computers blow up because of I don't know we ruin our computers and Aaron fixes them.
So he's the IT guy.
Yep, he's the it guy. He's it.
The unofficial Terminus IT guru.
Yeah. And then we're opening a media department, so we're building a studio at Terminus as well. So EC's helping consulting and building that with us. So, and so really, what the new music project we're doing is called Courage Dear Heart, and that is really just hey, let's not go home tonight, let's stay at Terminus and write music. That's really what that is. So.
That's great, man. And that's basically everyone except John Walker, right?
Yeah, John Walker buys my merchandise because he's in a band and we print all his shirts.
Yeah. Mighty Foxes.
The Mighty Fox.
I hope. Wait, Mighty Fox?
Yeah.
Or Foxes?
It's just Fox. So
Mighty Fox, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he joins later. He's working tonight in Chicago. And I'm assuming because he's in Chicago, yeah, he's not part of your band or Terminus or anything. But
I mean, maybe we all need to be moving to the south. That's what I'm saying.
Do it. No, it's been awesome, man. It's I don't know, just hanging out. We do a lot of band work too. So yeah, being connected in that way has been really fun. But then it morphed into like clothing lines, and in the South, churches need shirts for everything. We have mega churches everywhere, and so we merchandise them. And then it's recently, in the last couple years, so it turned into like we call it more of a merchandise marketing solution. So basically, we run everything webs. We basically sign bands and clothing lines like a record label would sign music, and we basically develop them from the ground up. Get them merchandise, get them into the stores in the mall, all that kind of thing, or online distribution. Run the web stores, and do it all. And
yeah.
Now, be honest, because there's no one watching, and you can be honest. When you do the designs for the mega churches,
yes.
Do you slip in any kind of like little funny things into the design that maybe you know are there? And it would be really funny when you see him walking down the street, but they have no clue. Come on, be honest.
He doesn't work for Disney. Come on.
Yeah, there's less genitalia in our church printing than usual. But, no. Sorry, there's a train coming by.
Oh, wow.
I can't hear you.
Hey, is that like the mainline riders? Wow, listen to that.
Yeah.
No, I think it was Jesus, actually.
I bet you Aaron got it right before I did. Aaron actually lives, like not even a mile, like half a mile?
Yeah, we're close. It's like I hear a train, and then like a minute and a half later, John hears the same train. It's pretty awesome.
Now,
you could have warned him about that. You could have said, "Hey, John, a train's coming." And
I think it's actually coming my way because I haven't heard it yet. So we'll see.
What can we do so that when Aaron talks, he actually gets on the screen? Because he's the only one that when he talks, he doesn't come up on the screen.
No, he comes up on the screen.
Really?
Yeah, it's probably a you thing. Everybody, the millions of people watching around the world are seeing him come up when he talks. No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
I might be exaggerating that number just a bit, just to
Accurate.
John, I feel like your business thing is like so awesome, and this could be a really good promotion for you. Except we really don't have that many viewers yet. So we're on episode 4 right now, and we should have you back on episode 10.
or 40.
Or 40, yeah. We got to build up to it. I don't want you to be disappointed if you don't get like 50 million T-shirt sales after tonight. That's all I got to say about that. So,
Well, it's good. At least I get to talk to you guys.
yeah, man.
The good thing is this is archived forever. So
Forever.
when people really start liking the show,
They'll go back and watch it, yeah.
there you go.
On the internet. All the
On the internet, both of them.
Hey, John. John, one thing I
Was that the train?
That's the train. That's it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This train, don't ride no closer, this train.
Sounds a little closer than that.
Okay, so we got to do some flashing back a little bit here because, well, that's just what we do on this show. We talk about things that happened a long time ago. And so you guys hang out at this Terminus place, and you get together and you play music, and that's your thing, and that sounds really awesome. I want to know if you do the same kind of goofy crap we did on tour, where you just slap the living crap out of each other. That's one thing I remember about the tour, and I didn't participate in it because I just don't like being hurt. But after shows, for some reason, we'd all be sweaty and grungy and dirty, and you guys would slap each other, like in the leg, really, really hard. And So Terminus still have that thing going? What's going on?
It's called the game of slaps, Mike.
Well, yeah, I said slap maybe like 5 times. I just didn't put the S on it.
It's called slaps. Do you guys want to play slaps? Yeah, I'll play slaps. I'll play slaps. Oh, Mike, I don't want to play slaps.
No, I don't want to be hurt. No, of course not. Cliff would have been the same way. Had he Cliff
Yes,
been there,
no, I would have.
He would have told everybody they were idiots and walked out of the room.
I would have gotten so mad. I probably would have punched someone in the face. Because I'm old and that's what we do. I'm old and cranky. We punch people in the face.
Well, I have some long lost footage of those days, and I remember like one time, I think it was EC, like I slapped EC, and then it was his turn to slap me, and he hit me and took my leg out, like knocked me on the ground.
Yeah.
And there's a little controversy back then because everyone was like, "Oh, you moved your leg," and I was like, "No, man, he knocked it." But then I went back and watched the footage, and if you watch in slow motion, yeah, it did actually move my leg a little bit. It still left a crazy mark, though.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I mean, yeah. Answer Mike's question. I'm on a tangent here.
I'm telling you though, it's having done that many a time with EC. It's kind of like that train that just went by. It's something to be aware of.
So apparently you still do it then, right?
No, actually we haven't done it in a long time. It's actually yeah, we just kind of do kind of old people stuff. We hang out, we get the bar, just chill. You know, really slap each other silly like we used to.
This would be an even more awesome show if we could cut to a clip of that, but it's not that kind of show.
Aaron has archives. Aaron has hours of that on film, probably right next to him. And
yeah, it is. I've got it all dumped onto my computer. I think it's like 300 gigs worth of video.
yeah, there's got to be all kind of embarrassing but great things on there.
Oh yeah, there's
Favorite, figure it out. Figure it out. Just play it.
Yeah, no, I should just bring it up one day and we can just dump it all out and then just edit and clip it. I mean, there's some, half of it's like naked John Walker, the other half is us. I don't know. What all did we used to do? Pies. There's some pies in there. We got some. Oh, we got Ricky. We got when we pied Ricky. He's in there. So.
Oh, I got some.
Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
You did the works bombs. You guys taught us about the works bombs, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Probably not something that we should know about nowadays with terrorists and whatnot, but
right. Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff though. I have video of that blowing up grounds and stuff.
Yeah, we got. There had to be countless times that we had the cops called on us, and the cops would come up and they're like, "What are you doing?" And we're like, we blamed it on Mr. Wizard every time. Like we were watching Nickelodeon, and he was doing a science project, and I don't know. But we used to go to Steak and Shake, and they give you like a thing of ranch dress. We would get our friends to give us a thing of ranch dressing, but their ranch dressing comes and it literally looks like a pillow in your bed, filled with ranch dressing. And then we would get vodka bottles and make a works bomb in that, and put it in it and run. And it was, I don't know, it got out of hand. People, I don't know, shrapnel, I don't know, and ranch.
Yeah.
Sounds horrible.
And then the whole park
being like soda bottles or something when you guys did it, when we were doing that thing, just 2-liter soda bottles shoved in the ground or something.
Yeah. I used to be so self-conscious. I'm like, we're upsetting Mikey. Like the whole time. Like, Mikey's going to be sad.
Yeah.
It's because I didn't participate in your slaps game. I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
Now, if Aaron can give me some footage that some sort of a clip that doesn't include naked John Walker, and not John Walker in the middle of the screen here, but your guys' is John Walker, we can post that. That'd be awesome. I can it won't be able to be clipped into the show because it's live, and I don't really have those kind of skills, but I can certainly throw it up on the YouTube channel. That would be a cool little supplemental thing for people to check out later.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll grab some and get it your way.
I'll just fast forward through my 5,000 gigs of video and see if I can find it.
Well, you take out all the naked John Walker and you've got like 3 gigs left. So
Yeah. 5 minutes or something.
Yeah. So, but
so Cliff, you didn't play any 7-10 split shows with us?
I think Well, we played several. One was back in their original incarnation where they had that one guy on guitar that was really, really, really over the top, goofy, jumping around. Yeah, he was real crazy. He was real crazy. That was you guys were like a baby band back then. And then I also played with you guys. I think, Mike, didn't we play with them when we played those couple shows with JR when we went down there? When JR was drumming for us? Was your guitarist guitar yellow?
Oh man, no, he usually played a red one. But I remember we played. You were there. We played a show, I think, in a it was in a neighborhood of like a clubhouse at like a pool house or something, and everybody play the pool party song, and we're at a pool house, so we're gonna play it. So that's what you had to do. But
we were gonna play it anyway.
What's that?
We were always gonna play it anyway. That became our signature song. There wasn't any chance of not playing that one. But no, I mean, I think it was like, I think it was with JR. I think it was with JR when JR was in the band. Certainly not any real tours or anything. So.
Yeah. So John and Aaron, you guys are doing new music. And John mentioned that, you're still really kind of influenced and like doing the new school punk thing. But as far as like stuff that you guys listen to now, any current stuff now, what kind of stuff are you guys into?
I'll let Aaron start.
Oh wow. I mean, I still listen to a lot of that old school stuff. All the old No Effects and Fat Rover and stuff. It never gets old. I mean, it's just, it's gonna be around forever.
It never gets old.
And it's kind of all the same stuff that I've been listening to for a while. Kind of metal stuff. I've always been like a big, like Converge and Every Time I Die style, person. Like that stuff. Pretty cool band from Canada called Single Mothers. I listen to them a lot lately. What else has been going on? I'm kind of into the chill stuff. You got like Russian Circles and Mogwai and all that kind of chill space music going on and just go in the background. But still kind of the same stuff.
I was excited to have you guys on because I'm really into the new Strung Out CD.
Oh yeah.
So good, right? I don't know anyone else that likes it. I figured you guys would like it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely my favorite album since when we were on the band days.
The song Nowheresville is like, oh my god,
incredible.
Amazing, best song ever. Cliff and Mike are like falling asleep right now.
Who is Strung Out? I don't have any. No, but I'm sure that's Cliff's favorite song, no doubt.
Yeah, the first show that Seventh and Split ever played that was like a venue show, not just like a little place. Our first real venue was opening for Strung Out, and it was like my favorite band. So it is my favorite band, and it was just really weird how that kind of came about. So
that was all like after our tours and stuff. I remember hearing about that, right?
Well, that was before. That was like the first time. Before? Yeah, back when the Dancor guy was in the band as well. So
yeah, man, they took a step down to go on tour with you. Don't you forget that.
Yeah. So no, that's awesome. But as far as current stuff, even for me, I don't know, or stuff I'm listening to, I wouldn't call it current. But Aaron said a lot just now. He said more like spacey kind of stuff. I don't know. I went back and I've been listening to Hum a lot. I don't know if you remember Hum.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff a lot. Again, the new Strung Out. I don't know. We have a bar we hang out up here, and they have a really good jukebox, and we just play nothing but Propaganda and like Lagwagon and all that stuff. And it's like, I don't know. It's weird how we kind of took over the bar up there on certain nights and just we load the jukebox down with all that record stuff pretty much. And but newer bands, I don't know. It's funny, they're newer, but they just broke up. There's a band called the Swellers. I don't know if you heard them. I like them a lot. And another band called Heart Sounds. So there's still new school punk stuff. It's just always been there, either somewhat popular or whatever.
No, it hasn't always been there, or else it wouldn't be called new.
No, but they've been calling it new since like '92 or something. Right?
Dude, I was born in 1969. Come
They've
on.
been calling it new school since the second punk band ever. It just kept getting newer.
So you guys, so you're not, so you're kind of sticking to things that you've always sort of like. There's not been like an awakening of, oh man, I was really wrong about this kind of music or this band, or wow, this is something that's brand new that I would have never in a million years, 10 years ago thought that I liked, but I really do like that. Is there anything on your radar that's like that?
100%. Actually, on the new thing that we're putting out, there's a cover song on there by a guy named Jason Isbell. He's also he's in a band called the Drive-By Truckers. Anyways, he put out basically is an album called Southeastern. He put out recently, and I don't know. I kind of pushed against the whole folk scene pretty hard. I mean, not pushed against. I just didn't think about it much, And my wife Caitlin, she was listening to it like nonstop, and it just kind of sunk in or something. And then I just started nonstop listening to it, so much to the point. It's a pretty heartbreaking album, but I don't know. It just kind of stuck, and then so I've always liked it when bands do cover songs that are so contrasting to what they sound like, And so I don't know. We decided to cover one of his songs, which I don't know. Some people might say we've murdered it, but I think it's just cool because it's more of like a reimagining versus a cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, can we get an acoustic version of Grindcore Kid on the new Courage Dear Heart record? Man, I sound like I'm so in the know right now. I feel so good.
That is a question from Brian Marsh. Can we get an acoustic version of Grindcore Kid on the new Courage Dear Heart record? It looks like you got two people that have liked that question. So it's an important question, apparently. Go ahead.
It's an important song.
Yeah. Groundbreaking.
Actually,
It was completely groundbreaking. Like, yeah.
yeah, it was funny when we recorded that very first CD we ever did that had that on it. Grindcore Kid was like a joke song that we had, kind of when bands used to do like 3 minutes past the last track. There's a hidden song. It was that way, and then when we got the album, we got in the mail, we opened, we flipped around, and they had redone the whole tracking. They redid our whole tracking from the ground up, and they put Grindcore Kid as track number 2. So that was our joke song or whatever, or maybe 3 or whatever, but that was our joke song.
Was that like the Screaming Giant guys?
Yep, Screaming Giant Records back in the day. Yep.
They were awesome.
Yeah, they. So yeah, we would go to every show, and that's all we would hear. It's funny. I was watching a Cornerstone video. I forgot what year it was. I have to pull it back up. It was us playing at Cornerstone, and between every song, nothing but the word Grindcore Kid being screamed at us.
Did you ever play it? Did you start playing it?
You know what? I think we played it at our last show. We would never play it for anyone ever. So
Good. So maybe this is the route you want to go.
Yeah.
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Mike, are you drinking beer?
No, it's all gone. See.
I was drinking.
You're a bad influence on into the world.
No, everyone the millions of people who are watching are all 21 and over. I make sure of that personally.
I mean, there's another question from your brother on there, Cliff. Do we want it?
Yeah. Well, I was going to wait till he joined us. I was hoping maybe he would come on tonight. But,
I'm gonna send that link out in a couple minutes. Keep going, but I'm gonna.
I could definitely not be. I'm definitely the right person to ask this question because it would be very weird if the guys that you knew that were the band asked you this question. And since you didn't know me from Jack and I wasn't even in the band when you toured with them, it's appropriate that I ask you. So, what were your initial thoughts on each member in the band that you toured with, called the Huntingtons, when you toured with them for the first time?
So
Let's do this one at a time. What did you first think of Mike when you first met him? Tell the truth.
I mean, I can answer that question. Oh no, go ahead, John. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I know the answer, but go ahead.
Man.
But it better be the answer that I want.
I thought he was kind of a jerk, standoffish. Was it
Probably.
nice to me?
That's probably true.
Reminded me kind of like of the stories we would hear about Marky Ramone.
Or maybe Cliff will answer the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. John, what's the answer? What did you think of Mike and then Josh and then the other two losers?
Well, I think when we first went on tour, though, because we had played a few shows together when you guys came through Georgia, so, and then I think Mike, we were, I don't know if Mike remembers this, but we were talking about doing the first tour. I think this is how it went. We went and we just talked on the phone a whole lot. So I was fine. I mean, so I already had a great feeling about Mike before we even left. But I remember we were like, the 9/11 thing happened, like right before our tour started. And Mike was like, what should we do? And me and Mike were like, I don't know, let's just go on tour anyway. You know, who cares? Let's go out this way. So,
Wait a minute.
It was right after you left the band.
I was going to say, because that happened like 2 days before 9/11, and then 9/11 hit, and there's me and Mark arguing on the Capless message board.
yeah,
So,
yeah, because I remember because I thought you were going on tour, like when we first.
so this
talked
was like
about it.
Andy's trial by fire. Bam, he got in the band and went on tour immediately.
Yep.
Right.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yep. So that was my first. So I'd already been talking to Mike a bunch and stuff like that. So I thought he was great.
Awesome. How about Josh Blackway? What'd you think of him?
Wonderful. Everybody, I can't say anything bad about it. Ricky, at first I was like, Ricky, I was like, that guy, he's got shifty eyes. I was like, that guy looks unpredictable. But then he was a big goober, and he had that boisterous laugh. You could hear him, like, across a club.
Oh,
Christ! Yeah.
You could hear him if he was watching this right now. You'd be able to hear him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But unfortunately, he did just text us. I don't know, Mike. He texted you as well, right?
Yeah, I got it.
He's not coming.
I did not get a text because Rick does not like me. Which is a shame because I like him and I've been a good influence on his life. Because, I got to be a dad before he did. I gave him pointers. I stole his girlfriend and married her. I mean, hey.
We can talk trash all night long on him. He's not here to defend himself, and he surely isn't going to go back and watch it later.
Right, he's not.
Josh, that was just a joke for you. I'm glad you got it.
I thought it was funny. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, real quick, guys, I am going to step away for about 2 minutes and start passing the link out to people who want to join. So if you're watching and you want to come and hang out, link will go on YouTube, it'll go on Facebook, all the different pages. John and Aaron, if you have the link and you want to shoot it out to anyone, feel free. It's the same one you used to click to get in here. So give me 2 minutes and I'll be back and continue saying wonderful things about me.
Hey, Mike, just so you know, I'm about to ask them about one of your favorite bands.
Well, tell me which one, and then I'll decide on whether I want to stay or leave.
All right, well, why don't you guys tell Mike, what is the cover band that you're playing in right now?
Ooh.
Or am I wrong about that?
Squirrels.
Black squirrels.
Crickets.
Wait, are you not in a Nirvana cover band? Anyone?
Oh, me? Oh, sorry. I was getting ready to send out that link to people. Yes, I am in a Nirvana cover band.
Oh, okay.
Nirvana!
Yeah.
That's just an Aaron thing. That's not all the 710 guys.
No, no, not really. It's well, what it is me and Ben from Pacifico. We've known each other for since second grade. So we grew up playing music together. We grew up playing Nirvana together. We were actually playing Nirvana songs in our other friend's basement when we heard on the radio Kurt Cobain, and we were just like, oh no, what are we gonna do? But so we just been playing Nirvana songs forever, and I wasn't originally in the band, but it started out as kind of just like a Halloween show. So it was like, let's just dress up like Nirvana and play a Halloween show, and that'll be awesome. And it just kind of took off, and then now we kind of try to dress like them, and just hang out and play Nirvana songs.
Is the bass player really tall?
No, I'm actually the bass player in that band.
Oh, fail!
Yeah,
Fail!
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to figure out how to run around on stilts, but I can never get it done.
Okay, well your bass, I don't know what kind of bass Kurt Novoselic. Is that how you say it? I don't know what kind of bass he has, but it kind of looks like the one you got behind you, I think, right?
It is. Yeah.
Mike says it's Novoselic.
No.
I'm just telling you, it's the one that I'm selling there, Josh. It's,
Oh,
it's
are you selling a Ripper?
yeah, yep.
That one they have behind me is an Ibanez Black Eagle. So, but that's actually one of Chris's favorite basses. But he did play a Ripper. That was like his second favorite bass. And he also played a RD, Gibson RD bass. So we're getting into nerd stuff. But yeah, no. How much are you selling that Ripper for? You know, you wanna maybe cut somebody a good deal on it?
Mike, you've been selling that for a while.
Well, I only like posted it on the Facebooks and then just kind of forgot about it, and it's actually just sitting like right over there. And
Why don't you grab it and show them? Offer them a price. Maybe the price is right.
well, because our 12 million viewers will be a little bored with that, so I'm gonna forego that for now. But we can talk about that later for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna go do this like link thing, and I'll be back in a second. So keep
Good to it, yeah.
Now, guys, while he's doing that, this is a chance. This now is going to prove your metal, not heavy metal, like your internal spirit. This is going to prove if you guys have what it takes to bring in the people wanting to meet you and be near you and feel like they're with you talking to you. So this, my friend, this is the stuff. So let's find out if you're going to bring anybody into the show, man.
Oh, that's the stuff? If they have friends that are going to join? I thought you were going to, like, ask them a question or something.
No, it's not a question. I'm just saying this is their chance.
What is it?
This is their chance to show their stuff, man.
We have a limit of 10 people, I think, that are allowed to be in the thing.
So far, I think the most we've had is 3. So there would be plenty of room. If suddenly 6 people show up because of them, dude, huge.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I would love for, John Walker said he would try and get on his
He's
smoke
in the
break.
band. He doesn't count.
Yeah, I know, but it would suck if he tries to get on, but he can't because it's full, you know?
But no, it would show how awesome 710 Split
Yeah,
is. It would show their reach. It would show Terminus, how important they are. Bam! They send out a message on their Facebook, and boom, the room is full. See? See what I'm saying?
By the way, a train's coming.
By the way, okay.
Just so you know.
By the way, I've never posted about this on my page ever. I have a big reach. If I posted about this show, we'd probably have one person, maybe. Maybe my brother would finally show up.
Here it comes.
Here goes.
I really feel like the Mainline Riders album is going to be coming on like
Aaron's got 1 minute.
Yeah, second here.
Oh, you gotta go? Oh, yeah, it's okay. The train's coming. Hey, I just remembered my friend Kathy, like this girl I've known since like way before the band, like camped near her at Cornerstone in like 97, 98. Just became friends. Really liked her, but she didn't like me. But we'd still hang out, and she even came and visit.
I liked her. She didn't like me back, man.
No, she flew up and visited, like crashed at my parents' house, when I was a kid, and stayed for like a few days, and we just hung out and went to shows and stuff. Anyway, her husband is in this Nirvana band with you. I'm pretty sure. Am I right?
Oh, Clay?
Kathy Ritchie?
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
that's my other friend that I've been friends with since 2nd grade.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Small world type?
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Weird. Yeah.
So some girl just popped up for a second and then went away.
Yeah. There's Dustin.
Hey! Now he doesn't count as you guys bringing in the crew. This is our guy. He can get you booked in South Dakota.
No, he can get you booked in Illinois.
I thought it was North Dakota. South Dakota. Oh, Dustin!
What's up?
Dustin! Oh, dude! I'm sorry. How you doing, man?
Dustin is also a client of Terminus Tees. Am I right?
I'm rocking
Really?
it right now.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Co-op Records, for those about to shop, we salute you.
That's awesome.
Cool.
So yeah, when I heard you were going to be on, I thought it was like, oh, that's cool. I had no idea there was an extra connection there. We've been using you guys to make our shirts for a couple years at the store, and the owner of the store, his band, The Great Affairs, out in Nashville,
Oh,
they
yeah.
do all their merch as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. The small world stories I experience. It's almost daily. I get that stuff, man. It's so cool. Like to just see that this has been more of a, I don't know, really cool, almost like a community connection, not just my career. You know what I mean? So it's been pretty awesome.
What's making you get all this business? Is it your prices are real cheap? Is it the product is really good? And then what actually is driving it?
Man, you know what's interesting is it's so hard to put my finger on this singular thing, except for, we do aim at quality. You know, the reason we started it was because, honestly, I was tired of getting merchandise that was made in basically like a garage shop. Like 95% of printers print out of their garage. Like when you think, I need to get shirts made, people don't realize that that's like saying, let's go get pizza. Well, all pizza is the same, right? So yeah, we kind of fall into this really niche, like 5% of the market. So that's more like the So the quality is amazing. I mean, we invest in the highest retail presses you can buy. But I really think it's the way we trained our team, the account managers and stuff. We basically, like I said, almost everyone is from the band scene in some way, it seems like. So it's the same way we all used to book our shows, the same way we all used to, connect with people and play, get to open for another band. It was all about just communicating and hanging out. And it's not. I think that's what it is. It's just a bunch of people saying, "Hey, we make good stuff." I mean, so let's just get past that. So let's just work together. I mean, it's just, I don't know. So I know that's really not the best. Like, oh, this is how it's done. But it's like, Mike, how did we end up touring together? I don't really. We're just like, we should just be playing shows together and hanging out. That makes sense, So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, once we did like one tour with you guys, we were like, let's just tour with them on the next tour because that was really fun,
I think it turned into like a 8-month-long 7-10 split Huntington tour. So.
Yeah.
So like we would show up at shows all the time, and they were like, "Oh, we're the Huntingtons." I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
You guys never did any of the ska tours that we did later on with Buck and Glue and those guys. Were you guys on any of those?
No, I mean, but we always. It's weird because I don't know. There was always we'd be stuck in the middle of nowhere, and a big bus would come by, and they were waving at us. Wait, who is that? And they're like, I don't know, we're Fire Iron Frenzy. And we're like, oh, why? So we never got to play a lot of shows. We met them in dark places at night. And that's true. It was like a weird truck stop in the snow, and there's the Supertones.
No, Mike's talking about a tour we did with 25 plus other people that included 2 ska bands, plus the guys in Sidewalk Slam, plus a sound guy. So there was a lot of people on that tour. But yeah, they were not part of that, Mike.
Yeah, I didn't know if they did any of those shows or not, because that was weird, us touring with ska bands, because we had sort of put up this wall between us and that genre for a very long time, and basically said, no, we will not, you guys are fun, you guys are cool people, but please don't ask us to play shows with you. And then all of a sudden we're on tours with these guys, and it actually turned out to be pretty fun. I mean, not I'm no fan of that kind of music, but it actually turned out to be a pretty fun tour.
You didn't skank in the crowd?
What's that?
You weren't skanking in the crowd with the kids?
No, they did not force me to skank, and I watched. We did watch them a couple of times. They weren't bad, but it was just a weird mix, because for the longest time we were like, no, and then we did it, and it was like, this is kind of fun.
I'd be like touring with a hardcore band. Can you imagine if you toured with a hardcore band, Mike?
No, we never did that. But we did. Who did we tour with? Train? Some college rock band Train that we got hooked up with. That was terrible.
Oh, the Trace.
The Trace, yeah, Train. Why am I saying Train? That's like a mega Grammy Award-winning band. Yeah, The Trace. Yeah, that was terrible.
Hey, why does Brian Hardy's mic muted?
He just doesn't feel like speaking at the moment. See, he's
Well,
shaking his head.
Just being quiet.
I'm reading his mind.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
Some question for you, Huntington, guys.
John, just so you know, Brian Hardy is a professional wrestler, former WWF, and future Terminus client.
That's right.
He's got a band of himself. Am I right with all that? I don't know.
Yeah. He sent me pictures of his guitars. They're awesome.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Mr. Joe, are you there? You just joined. If you can hear me, I'm going to mute you because apparently you were in your car listening to the radio and he dropped. Okay.
Hey, Terminus T's just started following me on Instagram. Thanks.
I didn't do that.
Russ is back.
Hey guys.
What's going on, Russ? How's North
Hey,
Dakota?
Russ! Oh, there it is. That's the guy that can book you.
No, he's in North Dakota. So if you need anyone in North Dakota. Hey, Chris Powell just joined.
Really? Oh, it's going to be awesome. My man, my brother. How's it going? That's my brother.
You there?
He looks confused.
He does. I'm not surprised by that, though.
Very confused.
There he is.
While we're waiting for him to deconfuse himself, there is a question that's not in the Q&A but comes from Jen, and Aaron and John probably remember Jen from Tour Days. She's sitting here watching, hanging out, and she wants to know if Terminus has absolutely any relationship at all to the Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yeah.
We get that answers questions all the time. A lot of people don't know this, but before Atlanta burnt to the ground, like a long, long time ago, it was called Terminus City. It was the end of the railroad. And one of my good buddies, Brian Marsh, one day we were hanging out and it was like starting a T-shirt company, trying to figure out what to call it, and didn't want to call it Atlanta Tees, Georgia Tees. I didn't know what, and he was like, "What about Terminus Tees?" And really, my friend Brian named that. Actually, we were going to start a marketing company, so it was Terminus Marketing, which morphed into Terminus Tees. And now it's kind of, like I said before, back turning into this Terminus Marketing thing again. So, and it's funny, Brian just started working with us recently. So, right, I mean, it's awesome that he was there the whole time, and now he's actually he works on one of our. He actually owns part of a division that we started in a marketing division within Terminus. So, yeah, so it's cool to have all that kind of come back around. But to answer your question, yes, we get it all the time. During The Walking Dead, when they say it, our social blows up, and we kind of stoke that fire because we make memes about it. Like, remember there's something that said, you know, one of the people said, go to Terminus, so-and-so go to Terminus, and we photoshopped the word T's underneath it, and then took it.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah, so we've totally played around with that and had a lot of fun with it. But, yeah, no, even when I'm wearing Terminus shirts just around, I wear my own company shirts. I'm that guy. And the people are like, oh, yeah, Walking Dead. I'm like, no. Okay. No, yeah, so
that's cool though, because it's got a really cool backstory, and at the same time you can do exactly what you just got done saying, where you can totally jump onto the fact that people are relating, you know, you guys to this show, which you have nothing to do with, but still, that's awesome.
Yeah, it worked really well because we're a record store and a comic store, so we had this big cardboard box that says Terminus on the side, and everybody's like, oh, you know, what's that? And so yeah, you know, attracts a little attention.
Cool, that's awesome. Yeah, Dustin, send me an email or something. I'll send you a bunch of Terminus merch. We make so much of our own merch. Like cool. We don't give away business cards. We just give away shirts and say just email me on your shirt. So,
Will do.
Yeah, but I'll take it. Just let me know how many guys you have. I'll send you a bunch of cool stuff.
And I'm sure we will have no problem wearing them. Always down for a good shirt.
Hey, John, I'll have no problem wearing that either, by the way.
Oh, now Josh is trying to give me my free shirt. This
is what
isn't gonna work.
I'll just order it from Dustin. Dustin, hook me up.
This is what this might
I'll
get
bring
more.
it to Riot Fest.
Yeah.
How about during the show, if anybody who joins the hangout, just afterwards, just email marketing@terminustees.com, and I'll send you all stuff. Just whatever. Just say.
We're officially full at this point. We have 10 people in the room. That's it, Mike. We can't get any more in.
Yes, we are full at the moment unless someone drops or I decide to use my godlike powers and kick them out.
Ooh.
Like
So
Chris
Dustin?
Powell, who hasn't contributed.
Dustin, I expect a shirt.
I'm drinking like Mike, so I'm a cool kid.
Drinking a Mike's lemonade there.
No, this is a Four Hands red ale from St. Louis.
Nice. Yes, because you were at the opening day the other day. I saw that.
Yes, I was. They lost, but it was a good game.
I went to the Phillies opening day. They lost as well.
Yeah, it happens.
But they always lose. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a worse game for you to watch. Ours was at least close.
Yeah, Josh, you should root for a better team. Not gonna happen. That might help. That might help with the whole losing thing.
It would probably help with stress levels in general, but it's not. It can't happen. I can't. Philly, man. It's all Philly. By the way, I hate the Braves. You guys down there in Georgia.
The Terminus Braves.
Sports ball? You guys talking about sports ball or something?
Yes.
Hey, how's Markakis doing this year down there? I haven't paid any attention.
Oh, shit.
I
Are
don't
you
know.
asking the Atlanta guys?
Well, yeah, the Atlanta guys. How's Nick Markakis doing down there with you guys?
Aaron thinks Nick Markakis plays hockey. Probably. I don't think he has a clue.
I don't.
And I don't know about John. John hasn't expressed his interest in the sports ball.
I don't know much about baseball matches, but
It sounds like you know a lot about Terminus. I know that.
For those who don't know, Chris is Cliff's brother. This is his first time in the room with us.
Rope
How you doing,
dope.
Chris?
Rope. Oh, somebody know. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be watching the sports game there, Chris. Is it over?
I don't. You know, I just got home from work 10 minutes ago. Today's my late day, so it's pretty beat. I don't know what's going on with sports.
I'm watching the Red Wings beat Tampa Bay right now,
Well, you know.
so that's good.
We got Chris Rockville in the room as well. Is that right?
Chris Rockville, cool.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing, bud?
my thing working this week?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm watching the Blues and the Minnesota Wild. So that's what I'm doing.
Where did Cliff go?
Chris Rockville. Since we have two Chris's in the room, I'll have to use last names, real last names like Rockville. Chris Rockville. I have to ask a question. Behind you, there's a couch. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, am I freaking out, or do you have a blanket that looks like a?
Oh man, this is my special.
Okay, that's a dog. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at this thing. It's white and it sort of looks like it has eyes and a mouth, and it's like.
The thing is, I'm house sitting for my parents this week. They're in Florida, so I'm hanging out with him, and he's not allowed up on the couch without this thing right here.
He blends in so well that I would sit on that little guy. I absolutely wouldn't even know he was there, and I would sit on him.
No, you definitely know he's here. He's cool.
I wouldn't want to, but it would happen.
It's happened a couple times actually. So. Anyway.
Well, John and Aaron, the band that you guys are doing now, are you just playing the Terminus facilities, or are you going out in Atlanta and doing some shows?
well, right now we're just writing songs for fun and just kind of playing around, learning them, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's really weird. It's fun being in a band where you don't care about anything but having fun, and not it's like, oh, we someone's like, I don't know, we should play more shows, and we're like, we should just have fun. If it's not fun, we don't do it, and it kind of feels like a band I think most people would want to have done in the first place. I don't know, when we were younger, it was all about, oh, we got to tour, we got to be signed, we got to do this, And I was like, I need a vacation, so I'm going to go do that with my friends playing music tonight. So it's like these little mini vacations more than trying to establish something that the world's got to like. And at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, I think when people hear it, they're going to be like, I like that a lot. Everybody we've shown stuff to, they're like, man, this stuff is crazy fun and cool. And I don't know. It's neat doing something you really wanted to do without any pressure of a label, trying to impress somebody or anything. You just, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
That's what it's all about. Like, hey, we should just jam and play. And, you know, kind of John's brainchild. Like, man, just hanging out right now, it's gonna help out. So it's just fun. So,
yeah.
So Aaron, what else do you do? Do you work for Terminus and then play in bands and that's it?
not really. I really do IT. Like I do IT for me. So that's my main.
You're like for hire, like multiple companies kind of thing.
Yeah, not specifically. I mean, I help John out. You know, just because I mean, you know, who wouldn't want to help him? His baby face. But no, yeah, I just help him out, and then do IT, and then play in some bands, and actually collect 80s toys. My wife's a huge 80s toy fan and cartoon fan, so we just run around and you know, we just act like kids all the time. It's pretty awesome.
I love this guy.
Good stuff.
You should go visit Dustin's. You should go visit Dustin's store up in.
Where is it? Where is it, Josh?
Pekin or Pekin. How do you say it?
Pekin. You were close.
Pekin.
You were close.
Close
Pekin. Yeah.
Illinois.
Right in the middle of Illinois.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a toy store? Or what is it?
Like a toy store, record store.
Yeah, independent music store. We're getting ready for Record Store Day on Saturday. That's usually one of our biggest days. So I've been pricing a lot of vinyl that I hope to move quickly on Saturday morning, and then I can go to Beer Fest. So should be a good day.
Nice. Yeah.
Where'd Cliffy?
Yeah, Cliff left a while.
Yeah, he disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
I jump on and he jumps off.
Yeah,
We offended him with the beer
What's
drinking.
up with that?
Yeah. What about you, Russ, up there in Fargo? What's going on? Did you book Darlington yet?
Now, Russ probably doesn't live in Fargo, but it's the only city that we know that's in
No, he said he lives in Fargo.
Does he? Well, that's amazing. That's good, then. That's good, because we would have totally botched that otherwise. Fargo. What's up, Fargo?
Oh,
That's what you call him? You call him Fargo?
Oh, yeah, he's our North Dakota guy. Man, if you ever
got
need
some
a booking in
Arby's
North
on ya.
Dakota.
What's up, Fargo? You guys are such nerds.
Is it spring there yet, Russ? Has it gotten warm in North Dakota?
oh yeah, we hit 80 on Tuesday.
Wow, that's warmer than here. I need to move to North Dakota.
That sucks.
Yeah, except you don't want. When we get 80 degrees, it's because we have a 35-mile-an-hour wind from the south. So it's warm, but it's still not very nice.
Got it. Well, if the Terminus fellows ever need to take the Nirvana cover band or their new band to North Dakota, Russ is your guy. We promote him every week. I don't think he actually books shows, but it doesn't matter. He's your guy.
Actually, any of the Dakotas, I don't think we never played any of the Dakotas or Montana. There's only a few states we didn't get to play, and that sucks. We never got to do that. So at least we'll just come there and just say, hey.
You can hang out on Rush's couch with him and put headphones on and watch this awesome show.
We could just sing to him on his couch. It would be cool.
So who else is here? Let's see. Brian, what do you got going on, dude? You're muted. Gotta click the little microphone.
Got
There
it.
it is.
Same old stuff, man.
What's in that refrigerator behind you? I see a refrigerator. I gotta look behind people and see what's happening and figure out what I can ask questions about. So what's in your fridge?
There usually would be PBR, but there's not tonight. So I don't know what's up with that. You might find some Pepsi. Anything but mustard.
Pepsi and mustard.
Will you find this?
Yeah.
Maybe that's occasionally that happens in there, and seasonally last year the Baja Blast was like filled to the brim.
Oh. Mountain Dew, the drink of Ropedo.
Brian, didn't you have a match recently? A wrestling?
No, I got some good news this week, but I'll give you guys the inside scoop right here on the Absolute Awesome Show. I did tell Mike the other day. I can't say anything about anything because I don't know much yet, but I will say that I got a call on Sunday morning from WWE.
Nice.
Oh, right on.
That's pretty cool.
Stay tuned.
So, I mean, wink, wink, you're going to be on WWE?
The next CM Punk.
I'll just say they booked me for more than 3 dates and less than 6.
Right. Nice. In case anyone missed the last episode, Brian is you go by the fall guy, pretty much, or whatever.
What they call the job guy, I guess.
He's a
Brian,
jobber. He's a jobber.
Yeah.
It's a good job to have, though.
Pin me, pay me.
That's right.
Are you along the lines of like a SD Special Delivery Jones, where he always does well, but he always loses in the end?
Yeah.
Not an Iron Mike Sharp.
No, definitely. I remember Iron Mike Sharp. Yeah, but no, definitely like a Barry Hardy, like my dad, Barry Hardy, or like a Dwayne Gill, or you name it. So that's me.
Brooklyn Brawler.
The Brooklyn Brawler, yes.
He was my favorite.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, money's money, and having 4 kids and a wife, definitely, any opportunity like that where I get the opportunity to go out and wrestle in front of 17,000 people, I'll take it.
Heck yeah.
Cool. Who said they're leaving? Who said that?
Here to go.
Darren? Oh, man.
Yeah, party pooper. But no, it's totally awesome hanging out and talking to you guys, and just definitely do it again. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Hey,
he's got to go practice "Smells Like Teen Spirit" for the next Nirvana cover show.
Hey, on a serious note, if you guys ever want to come to Salisbury, Maryland,
and who doesn't?
No.
Better yet, you want to come to Ocean City, Maryland. You want to play it? Well, you want to just come party and hang out. You can do that. But I can also book you at a venue that I'm helping out with the booking and stuff now in town.
Cool. Awesome.
So, yeah, we could totally. I think it would go over really well in Nirvana cover band, but it's a long way to go for that.
No, that's cool. We'll give it up. We'll do some spot dates. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, dude, bring Kathy.
Oh yeah, if we can get her, if we get Clay, get them on a big road trip, that'd be good.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Cool. All right,
Very cool, man.
Good seeing you guys.
Good seeing you too, bud.
Bye.
Opening up the room for somebody else. Who's it gonna be? I think we might as well kick Cliff out.
Wait a second.
Now I see why it's not there.
Hold on. Does anybody that's actually in the room have a baby crying?
Yeah, that'd be Cliff.
All right, I'm going to mute Mr. Jonathan. All right, no more babies.
Mute the coolest kid in town.
Yes. When he decides to come back from whatever it is he's doing, he can unmute himself. John, do you have any little ones running around?
No, man, none yet. It's just we'll see what happens in the future. We've been married for 11 years now, but no kids. We've just been having fun, hanging out. So
cool.
Yeah, no, I've spent a lot of time growing the company, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I have 3 kids now. I'm not quite Brian Hardy status, who is now a black box for some reason. But I'm not quite Brian Hardy status, but we have 3 kids, and it's fun. It presents its own, unique challenges and differences in the way you do things, but it's cool.
You did a science fair. Who was that, Petra? She have a science fair project that I just saw?
Yeah, like right before we did the show, I was at the school doing the STEM fair, the science, technology, engineering, mathematics thing.
That's
and
awesome.
yeah, she does science stuff, and she's mostly into art. She's mostly really likes to do paintings and stuff like that without us even encouraging it. So I'm really happy about that. That's kind of cool.
are they still contests, like science fair contest? Like when I was a kid, you got, blue ribbon, red ribbon, whatever, and if you sucked, you didn't get anything and they failed you. Do they still do that, or is it like super?
They do bring in judges and they do like give awards and things like that. I mean, everybody nowadays gets a, hey, you actually did a science fair project, so here's a thing with your name on it. But they do grade them and do that kind of thing.
They get extra credit for doing it.
Extra credit, whatever.
Hey, Jen.
Who was that?
Jen's sitting next to me correcting everything that I say wrong.
What's up, Jenny?
Which is good because I get most things wrong, so that's usually good. All right.
Ryan's back.
Somebody's watching SpongeBob or something. What's going on? Russ?
Not me.
SpongeBob in North Dakota? I can hear the accent. I can hear the funny accent.
I'm muting my microphone because my wife's in the background, like laughing hilariously at stand-up comedy.
That's understandable. And Cliff is still going.
I got a question, John.
What's it?
I wrote down a couple things that I wouldn't forget to ask you, and I figure I might as well say them before I forget. So, one, do you remember helping my dad put the pool cover on our pool?
Oh, yeah.
Stayed at my house, at my parents' house, and it was like end of summer or whatever. And anyway, so I told my dad you were coming on. He was like, hey, make sure you thank them for putting the pool cover on. So there you go. Thanks for
Hey, Don, do you remember this time we were at band camp?
So the other thing was that show, I believe the night that you guys crashed there, that show was at the Fire in Philly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so, like, Mike, you would remember the Fire is where we played the pre-final show at Cornerstone. We did, like, the show at the Fire, which was pretty awesome.
Oddly enough, I remember that, yep.
Not quite as awesome for 7-10 split, but I thought this was really cool. They put me +1 on the guest list, and I went with my friend Satoko, who's this Japanese Temple. I went to Temple University at the time, and Temple has a campus in Japan. So a lot of Japanese students from Japan go to the Philly campus, and basically I made friends with this Japanese girl. She was my +1. I don't know if you remember that at all, John, but we were pretty much the only people there, and we got in for free. And I just wanted to thank you for that, man. Really nice.
But I do remember you took me to Pat. I think we went to Pat's and Gino's. Is that what that place? You know what I'm talking about?
We went to both, yeah.
I remember EC and he went to get one at one place. I went to the other. We split them, and I liked them both. I know you probably have people who are diehard one way or another. It was good. It was all good.
I had Pat's on opening day last week, but I'm actually not a fan of either of them. There's a better place called Jim's on South Street that I should have taken you to, but whatever.
Would that be the opening day where the Phillies lost?
Yeah, that'd be it.
That one? That opening day? Yeah.
Yes, that was the one.
Yeah.
What was the
That's
score?
pretty much any opening day for the Phillies, but
It was 8-0, all right? But this is not a sports show, so let's just.
that's true. That's true. We don't want to bore all the non-sports people.
Who all plays fantasy baseball?
I do. I play fantasy baseball.
I figured
you played
did.
last year with us, and I think you won or came in second or something, right?
Who?
You.
Me? No, I played 2 years with you guys. 1 year, I actually kind of tried to care, and made some moves and tried to like make things like do good, whatever that means, in that sport. And then last year, I went and did it again, and I let the draft thing just run itself. Like I didn't participate in it at all, and that's when I ended up being like second or third. I didn't make any trades, I didn't set lineups, I did absolutely nothing the entire year, and still ended up doing quite well.
Yeah, the computer's pretty smart when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, smarter than me apparently.
You know what's really fun of those FanDuel sites? You guys do those?
FanDuel, I've done that. I've lost some money in that. Not a whole lot, like $20 or something. But
What? Have you done football or baseball?
I've done both. But the nice thing about it is you can bet $1. So I'll go on and bet $1 and like pick whoever. But it's like your odds of winning are so bad that
No. You get into the head-to-head games. Like I had a friend of mine do like he set like 15 lineups the other night, and he won on 13. I think he only lost like 2 games, but he ended up winning. I think the most he bet all night was like $50, and I think he won over like $500. Just like just kind of set the same lineup like however many times, 15 times, like I said. And I think he only lost 2. He loves it. He's like a degenerate gambler. So I don't know. Maybe stick with the set fantasy lineup.
So you should take advice from him, the degenerate gambler.
Yeah, no. He wins a lot of money. He loses a lot of money too. But I mean, he'll bet whatever what the next commercial is going to be. You know what I mean? So he's a mess. He's one of my best.
Hey Dustin, I got a
What's
question.
up?
Hey, I don't know if this sounds repetitive. Just say screw you. But I have a question.
Okay.
Has anybody ever told you look like Aaron
Rodgers?
okay.
Yep.
Screw you.
Yeah, I hear that, and I hear Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and what sucks is I'm a Bears fan, so like the Aaron Rodgers kind of just stings a little bit, but
yeah.
I guess I'd rather look like Aaron Rodgers and Jay Cutler. But
yeah. Hey, I've got 2 music-related questions, and I've never heard either one of these. But the first one, I don't know if Josh, I don't know if they ever played any more of these gigs after you joined or not. But Mike, Purple Door Fest. What is your best? I don't know. Like, what was your best experience ever at any shows there, or was there one? Because that was kind of popular festival for a while, right?
At Purple Door?
Yeah. What's the best memory you have of that? If there was one.
Years, yeah. I used to go to that and just like go as a kid and a fan, and then I played one year with in the Huntingtons, but I think we played at like 10:30 a.m. It was kind of ridiculous, and and I think it was actually Rick's first show with us. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say probably just like having Rick play for the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. I only remember playing there once, but maybe we played there twice. But my memory's terrible. So I'm going to go with like Rick's first show probably. It was probably the best. It wasn't really all that. I don't know. It was local, so it didn't seem like that big of a deal, because we played for like a lot of the people that we would play for anyway, just outside instead of like inside. But yeah, probably Rick's first show. But just real quick, sidetracking, and we'll get back to that. But if Jon Ladd has to get bouncing soon, just want to give one opportunity, or as long as he needs to, tell everybody like where they can go if they need awesome merchandise for their mega church or their band or whatever else they need.
Or their record store.
Or the co-op record store. Or PTA. Jen's sitting here. She's our local PTA person at our school here. So a PTA or whatever. How they get a hold of you to like get shirts and all kinds of cool stuff made.
Yeah, the easiest way to do it is just terministees.com. Just hit us up there. We have a lot of cool people there, and we'll help you out. So it's the best way to do it, for sure.
Awesome.
But I wanted to ask Mike and Josh if they remember something. Do you guys remember playing in Ormond Beach, Florida? And we stayed at I think it was a church show, I think. And there was like they were like, you got to stay in. They made a really nice like bunk bed room and a place for everybody to stay, like a suite. And then, do y'all remember this at all?
I think I do. Yeah.
Like Aaron that was just on, Ben White and Andy. I don't know. They was like, don't leave this area. So they left that area.
Yep.
And they went and they broke in and into the church and found like puppets, like church puppets.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. I absolutely remember this.
Aaron has this whole next story on video, by the way. I promise. Well, we just got a bunch of editing software at the shop, and we'll actually make like a tour diary or something. I'll make Aaron come up there. We'll edit it all down and make this big thing. It'll be awesome. But anyways, when we were staying there. I remember, I don't know if I was feeling sick or something, but I ended up passing out early. I don't do well with puppets in the first place. And so I'm sleeping, and all the Huntington's guys and the rest of the 7 and Split guys and some Pacific guys, I don't remember this. I just had a weird dream that like these people were just around me floating and whatnot. But then we went back and see the video. It's them just hovering around with puppets around me and like pecking and kissing my face. I remember really clearly. I like woke up. Well, I didn't really wake up. I just in my dream I woke up and the just fear, and I just punched the puppet. And and yeah. So okay. So that show though was a really good show. It was a really profitable show. It was really fun. A lot of kids there. That kind of thing. I called back a couple months later and I was like, hey, I want to book another show there. And they were like, yeah, we can't do that. And the guy just like quickly got off the phone. And I was like, man, they know about the puppets. Oh my god. So and then all of a sudden, like, I know it didn't sit really well with me. I tried calling again, no response. And I sent him an email, and I was just like, man, I'm sorry that we touched your puppets. What can we do? And he goes, I don't even know. He goes, here's where it gets weird. He goes, I don't even know about the puppets, but what I do know is the old ladies from the church came the next day to clean up, and underneath one of the beds was a Frito bag with a big dump in it.
Oh!
Oh my god!
I don't think that was a puppet.
So, someone was trying to play a joke and filled a Frito, made a homemade Frito pie, and left it under one of the beds trying to hope to gross somebody out, or who knows what they were trying to do. And then they forgot about it because we probably started watching some, Jackass or something like that, some TV show, and they forgot about it, and then it stayed until that was like the missionaries' quarters where we were staying. So
yeah, that was a really nice place to stay. Like, all things considered, it was weird that you had to kind of be in the place that you played in some other wing with weird rooms. But I totally remember that, and the puppets and the whole shebang. Yeah, you did pass out early, and they were messing with you big time with the puppets. But I do not remember the poo in the Frito-Lay bag. I
just remembered, John.
I did not do that. I'm just gonna. That was not me.
No, it wasn't me either. No, I don't know anything about that. I'm guessing it had to have been or Andy, and they're not here to defend themselves, so it's got to be them.
Yeah, by default they're not here, so it was one of them.
I'm gonna blame Rick.
They probably shared the bag of Fritos.
But I also could blame Cliff since he's not here.
Right.
He actually physically wasn't there, but that's just a minor detail.
Yeah. It was probably the three of them for sure, no doubt.
Well, we had the best fun on tour. I remember we would go, I don't know if you remember this, we would watch horror movies and stuff. We would go to a local Kroger or something, buy a bunch of dry ice and put it on the floor and fill the whole room with smoke and watch scary movies together. So I don't know. I think I remember more of that stuff more than the shows.
You guys are the first people the only people to ever introduce me to like the kind of horror movies that you watched, which were like the trauma movies,
Yeah, just
trauma.
Really,
absolutely horrible. Like, how can anyone ever think of this type of thing?
Trauma movies are awesome, dude. They're so low budget and they're great.
Yeah, we were always in the weirdest stuff. There was an actor named Rev Brown. Aaron and I and Ben White, we like collect his movies and stuff. It's got bad. I bought his signature on eBay. I mean, it was real weird. So no, we were into a lot of weird sci-fi. I don't know. I think that was the whole thing. When we got into something, we were committed, man. We were, and then it got out. And go back to, you remember the story we were just talking about, slaps. I mean, yeah, we were like, oh, we got it. That turned into just kind of goofing around, hitting somebody, and then it turned on to, I remember being on a show with you guys in EC, taking a slap to the side of the thigh and just bleeding out of skin, and just like, I was like, it was bad, but I don't know. I remember a lot more of that than I do the actual shows half the time.
Yeah, me too. Why would you remember the show? I mean, you did the. I mean, well, not you, but I'll speak for us. We did the same show like every night basically. So there's, what do you really remember about that? You remember the after stuff, the stuff staying up till 3, and
It's fun.
crap with puppets and smacking the hell out of each other until you bleed. I mean, that's the crap you remember.
Yeah, it's funny because people always say, you were on tour, you got to see all the world, you got to see what was it like in this state, and this state, and this city, this city. I'm like, I have no clue.
I don't know. I think you guys, you just mentioned you hadn't been to North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana. I think Huntingtons have been everywhere but Hawaii, Alaska, and Maine. I don't remember going to all those places. I don't remember all that crap.
What about New Mexico?
Yep, been there.
We've been in and plenty of times.
Wow.
But you saw it out. You saw it out of a window. Actually, I got a ticket in or was it Arizona or New Mexico?
Arizona.
And I thought I was doing 90 in the van with a trailer, and because we were trying to get to a show in California, doing 90, got pulled over. The cop was basically like, I could arrest you right now for how fast you were going with like pulling a trailer, and he gave me a ticket. And just like everybody else in the band at that time, I ignored the ticket and said, I'm in Arizona, they ain't never gonna come after me. And sure enough, when my license went up to be renewed, they said, oh, you have an outstanding $500 ticket from Arizona. So that kind of sucked, but yeah, I don't know why I just went on that tangent, but yeah, we've been in a lot of places, and you see it out of the side of a window. You don't really get to spend a lot of time.
I got a warrant for my arrest in Louisiana.
Whoa!
In the mail.
Still?
Well,
like,
when
is that done or what?
Seriously doubt it would still be active, but I just know that if I go to Louisiana, I try not to drive, But I never go to Louisiana anymore, But yeah, it's just from not paying a ticket or a couple tickets or whatever.
You're such a sissy.
Pay the ticket.
Dude, zoom in on that white dog again. I want to see that dog. There he is.
Dude, this one?
That's an awesome dog.
It's a blanket dog. It's really weird.
Hey, somebody else joined. Who's that?
He's that muted. Guy? Whoever you are, unmute.
Gary.
Oh, hey, do you still have Cliff muted?
Yeah, Cliff has to unmute himself if he wishes to speak. There he goes.
Maybe you should have muted me.
Because your kid was yelling and screaming.
I did mute you. We were talking all kinds of dirt about you while you were gone too. We blamed someone pooping in a Fritos bag on you. Just so you know, on a tour that you weren't even on the tour, and we blamed it on you.
What? People talk bad about me in the band and out of the band when I wasn't around? Oh, I'm so surprised.
No, pooping in a Fritos bag's not talking bad about you.
No, I'm making a joke.
Lots of people might think that's awesome.
Pooping in a Fritos bag. That sounds like something that Dave Peterson would have done.
It would have to be Rick or Andy. Which one of the two do you think that is?
No, there's other 710 split guys that aren't here right now that we could.
Oh, okay.
There was also Pacificos on that tour or on those shows anyway, and there were some dudes in that band. I wouldn't have asked them.
Who's the picture of the guy with the muted mic?
It's just a face there. Let's see. But click it. It's Jared.
Hey.
His name's Jared. He has not. Oh, he's he.
Jared.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just a fan of the Huntingtons for a long time, and I saw the stuff on Facebook to say come see the Absolute Awesome show, so I just dropped in to say hey.
Welcome aboard. We're glad you're here. It'd be great if you we could see your face, not a picture, but moving around and everything.
Well, we can see his face. It's right there.
Yeah.
It's still. That's cool. And Jared, just so you know, we don't typically poop in Frito-Lay bags.
Well,
I wouldn't judge you if you did.
I don't, and Mike maybe doesn't.
I don't even know how you would do that. I would be very fearful of getting the poo all over me.
I think there's a song in there somewhere.
Is it a big bag or the fun size?
You grab the bag. You place it behind your butt.
Margo brings up a good point. Is it like the family size Frito-Lay bag
fun
or the
size
little snack
dumb
bag?
Or maybe it was a little snack bag, and all it really was a little little ball, a little turd ball. Not a real big turd.
Nugget.
You seem to know an awful lot about this, bud. Know a lot of details.
As Brian Reckett would have once said, "Get on these nuggies."
I don't know, dude. I think if they didn't bring you guys back to that venue, it must have been a pretty big turd.
It was the family size bag for sure.
I guess that brings a whole new light to the song. that everybody always thinks says "poop on me tonight" instead of "pool party tonight." So I guess that would be perfect.
It's a new B-side.
No.
You know what though? Hey, you know what? You know what I was thinking about? That does kind of sound like a Mike Holt thing to do, and I'm going to tell you why. Because we were recording at Clay Creek in Newark, Delaware, and Mike was producing our little demo album thing, whatever we did, and we were driving home to Baltimore from Newark, Delaware. And Newark, Delaware, if you haven't been there, it's kind of like a college town. There's like a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of kids walking around from bar to bar, whatever. And we went out and we got these subs. We went to this sub shop that was like, we went there every day for lunch pretty much, and we got these just like huge, nasty, overstuffed subs. And there was this poor girl. She was walking down the street, and she was like walking into I think she was walking into a bar. She was either crossing the street or walking down the sidewalk. And Mike rolled the window down and took his sub. It was like 8-inch overstuffed Philly cheesesteak and launched it at her. I mean, and we were driving,
what are you doing?
We were like, we just kind of drove by real slow, and it was a long day in the studio. Everybody was kind of out of it.
I did not do that. Like, I remember exactly what you're talking about.
She just,
well, you did it all right.
I did not do that.
Did it have the like? Was it okay? Was it a cheese whiz or was it just melted cheese?
I don't know.
Cliff, wait a minute. You know, it was the sub shop right across from Clay Creek. Like literally,
Yes.
you walked across the street.
Okay, so it wouldn't have been cheese whiz. Okay.
It would have been regular cheese. I didn't throw the damn sub at her.
Oh,
It was probably Robbie. Robbie probably.
So full of it. You hung halfway out the window.
I don't know. His recollection is more vivid than yours, Mike. I think.
So-
Well, yeah, that's
you lost it, dude. You know you
true.
did.
That's true. But just I wouldn't have done that.
No, you definitely did it, because I'm sitting here like, we didn't really know you back then, and we're like, oh my God, the singer of the Huntingtons just launched a sub at this chick. Like, we thought you guys were like super wholesome. Like, oh my, like it was an eye-opening experience, and it changed our relationship forever.
Well, what it should have been.
I'm just gonna say this: I would not believe a guy who has a blanket dog. He's got a blanket dog, and I'm not. I don't trust blanket dogs, and I would not believe that.
I think it sounds to me like Mike was very frustrated from the studio experience. Maybe we were terrible or
Probably,
something.
we were probably tracking drums that day, and I was like, ah.
It's so.
You know what the most embarrassing part about that recording session was? Is that after I recorded drums, Rick came in and recorded drums for the retarded split that you guys did. And Rick just knocked out of the park. I mean, Rick's such an incredible drummer, and I'm like...
He's not here. You can say whatever you really
No. Rick is awesome. I mean, like, just drumming-wise, Rick's an incredible drummer. So...
He is a machine. That is true.
Yeah, having Nick Rotundo's like sitting there at the mixing board, and he was probably falling half asleep when I'm tracking my stuff, and then Rick comes and he's like, "All right, time to go." Like,
So, Chris, would that mean, just to justify your story that Mike is trying to deny right now, track 4, I Don't Want to Hang Around With You, at the very end of the song, somebody yells, "I hit that girl with a sub last night."
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Mike thought it'd be cool to do like a party, outro, like with a party scene or whatever. So we're like, just go in and just say, just talk about nonsense, like whatever, like inside jokes, whatever. And I think it's me or Robbie. Somebody was like, he totally hit that girl with a sub last night. So we recorded.
Wow. I did not, Mike. I did not know that.
The fact that I have a bad memory. That's the only.
Well, see, Mike, that's on par with the whole pantsing your old girlfriend thing.
No, pulling someone's pants down in a mall is not the same as hitting some drunk girl with a sub.
I don't know. I think all of that's the same par. I think that's like right on the same par as me not signing that kid's prophylactic or whatever leg, the fake leg thing. It's right up there with Danny.
Prophylactic leg?
That's a condom, man.
No, see, I'm just gonna say the whole like The whole baby crying thing in the background is a total farce. Cliff went off and smoked some crack, and now he's back, and he's saying all this crazy, weird stuff as if you pantsing a girl in the middle of the mall. That girl that Robbie Rockville hit with the sub, she probably picked it up and finished eating it. She probably got a meal out of that. Nobody got anything out of you pantsing the girl in the mall.
Just like when Danny pissed in that girl's beer and she drank it anyway. It's like the same thing. It's right on the same par.
Yes, drinking urine and eating a delicious sub are the same thing.
Can we do something right now? And after I say this, I got to go. But I think the thing that we've established over these last 2 weeks is that Mike Huntington is a freaking scumbag.
Yes, thank you all of our guests.
I give poor college kids something to eat, and I'm a scumbag.
Chris, I played in your Rockville's band. I don't even remember. I don't remember any of those recordings. I don't remember a thing about a sub or anything.
No, because like that.
It was never released, or what?
No, that was the album that they made where they recorded a cover of one of our songs and Mike sang it.
We don't care.
Yeah, because Robbie couldn't hit the vocals for whatever reason. But anyway.
Really?
No.
I'm so surprised.
No, hey Cliff, that was the recording when you found out that Mike was producing it. You emailed one of us and you're like, "Oh, you should totally have me come in from Portland to produce it."
Portland.
This is the direction I could take it in, and we're like, "Damn, like." Kind of sucks. So we went back to Mike and we're like, hey, Cliff's offering to come in from Portland to do it. And he's like, no, I'm totally down. I'm definitely going to do it.
You made the wrong choice. You made the wrong choice, and I'm going to tell you why. Because if Cliff had thrown the sub at that girl, he'd have totally smacked her right in the face. I probably hit her in the thigh or something. He'd have nailed her right in the face.
Right. I would have got out of. I would have said, hold on, pull over. I would have got out of it. I would have walked right up to her and just thrown it in her face. And then I would have said, "What do you think of that?" And then after
you would have pantsed her. Then you would have pantsed her. Right.
And then after that, I would turn around to the guys and say, "That's what a punk rocker does." And then I would have gotten the van, and it would have been like stories forever.
Oh my gosh, dude! I have like the most perfect story for this, but I'm not gonna say it.
Oh.
What's the story?
Okay, I'll say it. So, Cliff, do you remember in I think it was Wyoming or something, where
those dudes, yes, with the bottle, and then we drove off with the guys to yes.
You almost ran over their dog. First of all, they were walking their dog across the street. There's 2 guys. I guess they're, I don't know, gay or whatever, but they're walking their dog across the street.
They were tough guys. They weren't gay.
They were tough guys, but some tough guys, I don't know, they might be.
Yeah, they might be.
and you almost hit the dog. I was like, I was in the front, or I was up there. I was like, stop! And you stopped the car, stopped the van, and you had the window down, and the guy reached in the window and slapped you in the head. And I mean, you deserved it because you almost hit their dog, but at the same time, you don't
deserve it.
No one deserves to be slapped by a random stranger. So anyway, you kept driving, and then you got pissed off, and you decided a couple blocks later to pull around, go back, find the guys, van and trailer, and you took one of our empty piss bottles in a Snapple bottle, because that's what we would do. We wouldn't pull over. We would just fill up the Snapple bottles and, launched it at him. Once we found him, launched it at him, and it blew up on the street in front of him. And then we come to a red light where we can't get around the car in front of us, and these guys come up and open up the back door to the van, and they're like starting to climb in the van.
They're like, I got you now.
They're like, now what? And we're like, why did you do that? And like, do we have to fight these guys? I don't know. These guys are bigger than me. But it was just a weird, none of us were like.
And then what did I do? I drove away, and the back van door slammed them, cut them in half. They died, and then we drove out of town victorious.
Exactly, something like that. I mean,
Mike was not on this tour.
Looking back, I remember I think the Deadlines were on tour with us then, and they were like, "Dude, we would have got out and fought them," but none of us were awake enough to fight anybody. We were just like, no, I don't want to fight. Why are you being an idiot, dude? Why are you running over their dog? Like, just go. And I don't know. Yeah.
I don't remember the dog at all.
All right, Mike, what's up?
I would just like to say that when Robbie Rockville, not me, when Robbie Rockville threw the sub at the girl, that girl did not try to attack the car. There was no urine.
No piss jugs.
You know, there was no animal cruelty involved.
When Robbie
clearly a better person than Cliff.
That's because she was too busy on the side of the road munching down on that sub.
Hey, you guys want to hear a really dark story about Josh Blackway?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the last, was it 2 weeks ago, I saw Teenage Bottle Rocket. We lost my car. I didn't know where we parked. And we had a few beers throughout the day. And so Josh just sits down on a curb, like in the middle of this, like on the side of the road, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go find the car. So I go walking around. I'm downtown Silver. I'm walking in every single looking garage for my car. Can't find it. Probably 30 or 45 minutes go by, and I'm like, I hope Josh is okay because I hadn't seen him. I'm just walking around on my own. So finally, I find my car. I go back to get Josh. Josh's hands are covered in blood. And I'm like, what happened? And he couldn't remember. He beat a homeless man to death.
I feed
homeless
story
women,
ever.
and he beats people.
But that's a true story.
That's the worst fake story ever.
I think he did the same thing at Riot Fest during Wu-Tang Clan set, if I remember right.
You know,
I wouldn't do that when they were
It's a true story, though. He had no idea how his hands got all cut up and busted up and everything. It was
No, dude, the weird thing about that is, like, my hand is just now healing. Actually is the finger that it's on. No, if you look close, that is the finger. Like, you see how it's like, I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk.
Show it again. I didn't see it. Can you show it again?
No.
And I don't want to sit around with you.
Dude, I mean, I don't know why I got cut so deeply there, but it's still not healed. And
there was blood everywhere, and it was really scary because you're like, oh, yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, I have no idea what happened, and there's blood everywhere, and I'm like, all right, man, we just got to get out of here. Like, I'm not gonna say anything. Don't worry about it. You're my boy. We're gonna get out of here.
I definitely didn't like kill anyone. I think I sat down on my hand really hard curb and
that
cut.
you might have.
But
Josh, maybe you should stop. Maybe the moral of the story is stop drinking.
Stop beating up homeless people.
The thing is, dude, it was Teenage Bottle Rocket, and it was awesome. And wait, who's leaving? I'm going to run. That's Jon Ladd.
Yeah, man.
We need to say goodbye to our guest for this evening because he's got important things that he needs to do other than sit here and talk about crazy stuff.
I feel like we haven't had you talking in the last while. So, man, what else you got?
No, it's totally cool, man. No, I've got gotta go to sleep and wake up, and gotta wake up to make the T-shirts. You know. So,
He's like you're like the old donut commercials guy.
Right.
Donuts.
Yep. I think Mike, you sent me through email. It's funny because I've had it on my phone forever. I don't know if y'all guys can see this. Let's see how close we can get that. I don't know. Is that? Oh my God! It's like. There we go. Let's see what he's in there. There we go. There's Ricky.
Rick. Yep. There he is.
There's Joshy and EC and there's me. It's weird. I look like Chaz Bono back then, but.
Wait, before he was a girl?
Kind of in the middle, you know. Yeah.
Little generous. You were a little generous.
Yeah.
Generous.
Yeah.
Jenner.
No, it's funny. It's funny. I have so many old photos because back then nobody had smartphones. I didn't even have a phone. I think we took them all with disposable cameras or something. But no, I've seriously got probably 100 different even pictures. Aaron's got all those videos. So I will put together something soon. We should do. I don't know. Maybe we should work out trying to maybe record some stuff and we can edit it in like commentary. Kind of try to make our own little mock Huntington 7 Split tour thing. You know. I don't know. I'll hit you guys up. It'll be fun.
It'll be huge. It'll just be enormous. People will buy it everywhere.
Well, I mailed a huge package to Keithy Huntington of all of my tapes and everything like a year ago.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be editing all this stuff and putting it into something. So.
Well, that was after you were going to make a DVD for like 6 years.
Right.
Yeah. I got some shows
But I remember
I
he was
recorded
like, I'll
for
do
you
it.
guys,
And
I
you
think.
said to him because you thought that, if anybody will do it, it'll be Keithy.
Right. But yet he hasn't even been on this show yet, so I don't know. He probably just doesn't like us anymore.
I'm too busy gaining weight.
He likes to do manga and different video game reviews.
Manga?
Well, no, I think Victoria's into that. I was just messing. He likes to do lots of different video game reviews.
Japanese comic books.
Oh, I'm too old to know about that.
But anyway, the guy's really cool, and we really hope he makes our DVD someday.
That's right.
Well, I definitely think Keithy Huntington being a guest would be a very good idea. I still think Dave and Adam, Dave's Peterson and Adam Garbinski would be a good guest. I think my brother would be a really good guest. I mean, that would just be wonderful. I think having the wives on would be a good guest.
He's right. He's right there, like there.
Hi, Cliff. How you doing?
There.
Hey, dude, you want to be a guest on our show?
I think Kelly would be a good guest.
I do. I think having the wives, I think having all three of the wives. Yes, that would be.
I think we should have Ghost Guest as a guest.
We had him last week.
I know, but he wasn't Ghost Guest now. So.
Hey, anyway, John, I know you wanted to go, so I just wanted to thank you formally for being on here, dude. We're super stoked to talk to you again and stuff and catch up and whatnot, and good luck to you, bud.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really appreciate it, man. And it's cool to see how everybody, progress or whatever. We grow from 10 years ago till now. I mean, it's kind of crazy, seeing what everybody's doing. But no, it's super fun hanging out with you guys. Yeah, if you guys want to check out Terminus, all the social stuff. Something's going down on Tuesday, and I actually cannot tell you anything about it. It's other than it's monumentally one of the craziest things.
You got a WWE contract too?
We picked up a really huge artist, and we're actually running all their web store systems. And I wish, like by contract, I literally can't tell you who it is yet. You'll have to find out Tuesday.
Right there. The fact that he won't tell you.
I can't.
Right there.
I want you don't know
how. What he really thinks of each of you. Because if he really loved you, if he really was appreciative of everything you guys did for him, he would tell you right now.
No, he knows. He knows there are 2.5 million people watching this show right now, and he just well, I may be exaggerating a little bit.
Well,
but
Britney Spears is watching, and then he would lose the contract.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll wait till Tuesday, and that's awesome that you that's going on.
Yeah.
We've definitely got to get Keithy on here though, because that man has got so much video of so many bands that he puts up on. He puts a lot of it up on Google and YouTube.
Chris, we're talking about John's artist that he signed.
I know.
Come on. Is it Kiss?
No.
No.
Is it AC/DC?
What's that?
Is it AC/DC?
No.
Are they in the rock world?
No.
Okay.
Oh man, is it like something lame?
Is this some lame thing that's gonna make you tons of money?
Are they in the music biz?
Very much so.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Oh, is it Prince?
Oh, Prince would be awesome.
No.
Is it Barry Manilow?
Old.
Is it Clay
It's one
Aiken?
person and they're not in the rock world, but they're in the music biz, and Cliff goes immediately to Prince.
He goes immediately to Prince. It's like,
What?
Great.
Is it Bruce Springsteen?
He said he's not in the rock world, man.
Bruce Springsteen's
I
not in the rock.
don't know how much I want to tell people, but no, it's going to be really cool. We got a lot of cool stuff going on this
All right, Tuesday, you're going to make the announcement?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
If you're watching the show, go to Terminus.com. Is that right? Terminus.com?
TerminusTees.com.
Like TEASE, like you're such a?
What's that?
Nothing. Terminus, then TS, right?
TEES. TEES. Yeah.
TEE.
TEE. Oh, like a golf tee. Okay, that's cool.
There you go.
awesome, dude.
There it is.
if you're,
But anyways,
Yeah.
besides that, no, we have a lot of cool stuff going on, and I don't know. Yeah, it'd be fun to come back and hang out and talk about it and whatever.
Hey, one last question. Does anybody accidentally mess up the name, like call you like Terminator Tees or anything like that?
No, but I will tell one more quick story. I'll tell you actually really one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done in my company. We work with one of those crazy, one of the big mega churches, and they
are crazy. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really big mega church. And
when you're using millions of dollars to build gyms instead of actually helping people like you're supposed to and spread the gospel like
that's different subject.
They're ordering T-shirts, and that's
right.
No. So, anyways, it's for their church and their group and everything, and they're trying to make a decision between the green or the brown shirt. So there's two different ones. And I needed an answer because we were about to run up against a deadline. And anyway, so I just asked a really quick question in the email. I was like, do you want the green or brown? And I misspelled shirts and left out the
Oh! To the church! Oh! Yeah, that ties back into Mikey's earlier question about whether or not any little things got onto the T-shirts or not. So that's
yeah. So they went with the brown. So
it probably went with the Fritos bag.
I know.
I'm telling you right now, my vote is for that Jon Ladd is the one that pooed in the Frito-Lay bag. Since he doesn't remember anything about that night, and he was being attacked by puppets, and there was all kinds of craziness.
I was scared. I was very scared.
It probably just happened as soon as the puppets happened. He just happened to have a Frito bag next to him while he was sleeping. That all makes
sense. That all makes
actually kind of sounds like something CJ would have done too. Chad Savage back in the day, getting out in the ditch, having to poop, all that kind of sounds like that too. But it could have been him. So anyway, I'm out with John, so I'll see you guys later too. It's time for the end of the show, right?
Yeah, we are way over our normal time, but if John and Cliff, if you guys are gonna drop, that's cool. We'll talk to you both soon, hopefully.
Again, thank you guys. Yeah, thank you guys very much. And next time I come on, I'll try not to bring so many poop stories. So.
Hey,
poop stories are awesome.
Cool.
Chris, I'm super glad you made it, and everybody else, I'm super glad you made it too. So.
All right, bro.
See you guys.
All right, see you guys later.
Love you, bud.
Okay. Well, we're still here. If you guys want to keep going, we can keep going, or we can kick it off the live feed and just kind of chat without the millions of people watching us. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that's cool.
I normally stick around for these things until like the wee hours with you, with Mike and Russ is usually the last two people here. But I'm gonna bail as well because I got to work tomorrow and whatnot. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, what I'm going to do is just click the stop broadcast button, which means we're not going to be live on YouTube anymore. So everyone's going to cry, just like Josh was crying earlier before the show. He had all this redness in his face, and he was very, very tearful. But so thanks for watching. 2 weeks from now, on April 30th, the last Thursday of the month.
Okay.
We're gonna have another show. And it's going to be the episode 5, and we're going to do no guests. We're just going to send the link out pretty much immediately. Everybody can come in. We can talk about whatever we want. We may have a starter topic where we kind of get the conversation rolling, but then from there it can go to Frito-Lay bags and poop and whatever we want to talk about. So thank you for watching. Guys, don't go anywhere because once I hit the stop broadcast button, that just means the YouTube crowd can't see us anymore, but we can keep talking. And Josh,
bye, YouTube.
What's that? Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Yes.
Bye to the YouTube world. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Later.
Later.